Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is another episode of Deep Dive. We're my name is Matthew Daniel and accompanied by Mr. Celestin as usual. And we'd like to make a huge announcement. We have a new member of the family, Funder One, Dr. Casuel Pitts. Welcome to Funder One, Dr. Casuel Pitts. It's a pleasure having you with us, really.
Absolutely. Look, it's a pleasure to be here. Look, I'm so excited and ignited. I don't even know where to start. So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
So yeah, we've been meeting with Dr. Pitts over the last week and discussing some strategies on how we can partner together, and we haven't been able to get off the phone with one another, right? We're all excited about each other's opportunities and us explaining to him things that we have going on with our members and our program, and vice versa, things that he has going on, and the synergies between how he can help us and how we can help what he's going on his side is very exciting, and we're going to be happy to start presenting some things on how we're going to be working together. But first, so you guys can get to know a little bit about Dr. Casuel Pitts, I'll let him give you a little bit of background on himself, and we can take it from there. So please, you have the floor, sir.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I really don't do a lot of boasting about myself. However, I'm just gonna give this introduction to everybody so you at least know who I am. So I'm a world-renowned entrepreneur, and what that means is I'm an individual who found a niche of being able to take any company from zero to $1 million in 1 year. That's my gift. As long as there's a niche in the market, I'm the person to take that company and literally explode it. And that is literally one of the reasons why I became a partner of UBETS, is because this is, Funder One UBETS is just, it's simple, right? And what we're going to be doing with the marketplace is game changing. So, I'm an owner of 11 companies. Entrepreneurship is my passion. I just love business within itself. You got a lot of people. You got your sports players. You got your people who, you got your spokesmen and all. I am, if you want to know anything about entrepreneurship, I am the man, right? I know everything about LLC, S Corp, C Corp, you name it. That is my lane. That's my vein. So I'm just excited, man, because what we're about to get ready to do is game changing for the benefit of the world. And that's all I'm when I tell you, Matthew, and said, I am a server of God, 100%. I serve. He's one of those people. God is one of those people. I'm a mixture of all of those disciples to some degree. And it's like when he calls me, I'm that forefront in the army that's gonna go to work. And he knows it. So, I'm just a servant, man. I just want to be able to help as many people as I can before I leave this earth. And the reason being is because they call me a dynasty legacy builder. And that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to help families build legacies and dynasty legacies. And we're talking about your kids. And, one of my mentors asked me, he say, when you get to your legacy, what's your next step? And I had to literally think about that. And I said, well, what do I do? And then that's when God showed me, he say, well, if I give you the keys to the kingdom, it's your job to give the keys to the kingdom to everybody else. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help as many people as I can, and I'm not gonna stop until that happens.
Very nice. No, definitely appreciate that. And Seth has similar words that he speaks, and that's the type of core values we're trying to build as a business, and get that energy out to people that we're in best interest of really building something that everybody can use in this world. And one thing Seth always says is, one thing everybody needs is a house, but to live in. But beyond that, people talk about wealth. How do you build wealth? Well, you can start building wealth immediately by having your own property. Not just the house, it's the land, and having multiple pieces of property and land. That's how you're going to grow for your next generational family, and for the next generational family. This is how you do it. It's not just investing in stocks. It's not just investing. This is how you're going to build generational wealth. It is the core value of having to do it. This is what people have been doing for hundreds of years, and people just need to be educated or have an opportunity to start doing that. I mean, there's a lot of situations where people just don't have an opportunity. They may even have, like through the standard way of purchasing a house, they may have 20% to put down, but because their credit score is 600, or because they didn't make enough for a tax return 1 year ago, but they made enough this year, they don't get qualified. It's the most silliest reasons. They have the money in the bank, they have the proof that they're making money, and they still can't get qualified. I mean, what kind of world are we living in? I mean, it's insane, right? So what Funder One really wants to put together, again, for everybody that's joining us, and some of Mr. Pitt's members that may be just hearing about us, is putting together a package where everybody qualifies. All you need to do is put down 10% to qualify to be a part of our home platform. So, that's important for us. So, Seth, did you want to add anything to that? And did I miss it? I know I missed a lot, but from an overview.
But you said it. You said it. 10% that they need to have in their wallet. Basically, they're not putting 10% down, which means they're not going to give the 10% to somebody. The 10%, they will have that in cryptocurrency in their wallet. And here's the key thing. After the escrow, after we close the transaction for them, they still have the 10% in their wallet, which at this time can become for them their retirement. Why I say that? Because let's say they purchase UBETS right now at let's say $300, right? Now, mind you, we already have members that have been with us for over 1.5 years, right? And those members, they purchase UBETS at 25 cents. Now, we have over 800 of them that are already multi-millionaires. You see that? Now, if you were to come in right now, you'd purchase UBETS at $300, and we expect UBETS to be a lot higher than Bitcoin. Why we say that? We say that because UBETS is backed by real assets, which means a house. Whereas we have Bitcoin is not backed by anything. It's only backed by technology. So there's a big difference there, which means the people, every single person that we know, unless you decide to be homeless or by accident you are homeless, you need to have a place to stay, which means the real estate market is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. You see that? So people, every single member that we have, like Dr. Pitts just mentioned to us, he has over 90,000 members on his platform. And we have over 96,000 followers, you see, plus everything else that we have going on right now. So now if we are to put all those members and followers together, right, they will, what will they do? They will raise the value of UBETS. Because the second they come in and purchase a house, more houses that we actually close, and the coin will actually go higher, which means we can build, not only they're going to have a house clear of debt, we can actually create a little nest for them with the coin that they have in their wallet, which can become their retirement. You see that? Right now, we're all talking about in the United States, the money that we put up for our retirement. We don't know if we're gonna ever receive anything of it. Yeah. Now, one thing that I learned, whatever you want, you have to build it yourself. If you're waiting for the government to give you anything or any agency to give you anything, you may end up with nothing. And the platform, what it does two things. Not only you don't have a debt after 5 years in the platform, and the 10% that you have, you actually purchase cryptocurrency with, which is UBETS, after you close can be used as a retirement platform. Now, there's another thing that we have, a special program that we have for the first responders. And this one is unique. Nobody has that. You see? Now, we found out that a lot of us militaries or veterans, when they go out there to serve us, put their lives on the line for us, and we stay here in this country, enjoying the country while they are there fighting, and they come back with no legs, no arms, no head, and whatever way that they come back. And a few days after they reach back home, they say that they come back home and they end up homeless. Because if they had a mortgage, since the mortgage had a foreclosure clause on it, the bank can foreclose because they were out there and for 2-3 months, the wife or whoever, they did not make payments and they went on foreclose on the home. Now they become on the streets and nobody's doing nothing about it, including, well, nobody's doing anything about it. But now we have the answer to that. Funders, including the veterans. What we say is that we do the same thing for them. We talking about the nurses. We're talking about doctors. We're talking about the firemen and women. We're talking about the veterans, everybody. We're talking about the city workers because they are there to serve us. Every day we need something from the city. They are the one that help us in the city. The county workers, the state workers, all of them, we call them first responders because anything that we need to do, we have to go to those individuals to get things done. So we have a specific program for them where they can come in with 5% instead of 10%. Nobody has that. So with that, we can help not only the community that we live in, when we can go across the board, you see? So we doing something not just for us. Now, don't twist it because the investors that we have will get whatever the agreement that they have with us. They will be first to reach out and receive their liquidity to our platform. Because just like anything else, the banks, like I always say, they don't use their money. They use a warehouse line of credit, they call it. That's the warehouse line of credit that they use to actually fund the projects. And then they monetize the instruments that the members or the clients sign for them. After the clients sign those instruments, you see, I didn't say documents, I say instruments. Because the note that the clients actually sign for the bank is just like a check. Why? Because the banks endorse it, pay to the order of, without recourse, ABC Bank. So which means they create credit with it, you see, in their books, you see, ledger to ledger. So that's what they do. We basically do the same thing that the banks do. We do not reinvent the wheel. The client or our members come in, they sign a note for us, they sign a security agreement for us. Those are instruments, they're not documents. Because the security agreement is the one that the tokenized document for the property. So, which means we use that to show to the county recorders, to the courthouse in blockchain, how many tokens that we create for that particular house or for that particular project. You see that? So that's the same thing that the banks do. What the banks do, they use the same instrument, they call it deed of trust, or they call it a mortgage when they file at the county recorders and at the courthouse. They monetize it. Now, what we say we do, we tokenize it because they use the Federal Reserve System to monetize it, and we use the blockchain system to tokenize it, which means we do not reinvent the wheel. We do the same thing. The only thing is, instead of creating a debt for our members like the banks do, right? We eliminate the debt for them when we tokenize it.
Yeah, well,
So
I mean,
that's what we do.
Yeah, I mean, so in other words, right, instead of giving all the power and privilege back to the banks where they're the ones eating hand over hand on
Exactly.
our instrument that we're signing, we take the power back into our hands, and instead we're giving the money back to the investors with their return, and we're giving people a home that's debt free.
Exactly.
That's what we're doing here.
That's basically what we do.
Instead of the banks eating and the brokers eating and twice as much as they should. We're not saying banks shouldn't make money. We're not saying brokers shouldn't make money. Nobody's saying
No,
that.
we make money.
But all I'm saying is it's time for the people, peer to peer. Why can't we take not advantage, but why can't we have our piece when it comes to learning about real estate and the banking system, where we can win as an investor rather than sitting 10 years to get my money back from a bank as an investor?
If you get anything.
With the Funder One, as an investor, you get your money back in 3 to 6 months.
Exactly.
Very fast.
Very fast.
No other system's doing that. I mean, there's some hard money lenders that may give you a quicker return, but they're not giving you 30% like we are.
They're not.
So, and then again, the other hand is going debt free. So with all that being said, I mean, you guys keep hearing, we're doing all this for you. And that's when we met Mr. Pitts. He's doing a lot of programs. Currently, he's been doing them for years, things for the people as well. And I want him to give them some time to at least tell us exactly what he's doing with his current members. And as I said earlier on, how, you know, the synergies on our direction and our core values of trying to provide things that help people is really what got us excited about what he's doing as well. So please, Mr. Pitts, do tell us what you're up to right now.
Absolutely. So one of the companies that I spearhead, been in business now for 6 years, is a membership platform. And that membership platform holds a variety of benefits that's attached to just one membership, one low costly membership that literally everybody can afford in the world, right? You're talking about $1.33 a day. It gives you access to these benefits. And Matthew, one of the things that I love about the services that we provide within the membership is that one of the programs is actually a solar program. And this is how powerful, this is where the synergy, it lines up with what we're doing with UBETS, right? With Funder One. This is where the synergy, one of the synergies are key factors, that in order for you to have access to solar panels, you have to be a homeowner.
That's right.
It ties in so lovely with what we do. That's just one of the programs that we provide out of the 18 different services. And again, you know, there are so many additional benefits. We could go on and on about how many services come into the package. But one of the things I love to talk about is free credit repair, right? We are the only entity that has a membership, and as a program, as a thank you for being a member, for being a part of the program, we actually fix your credit for free. And that's what everybody wants, right? And even if you had to just do it psychologically and say, well, I'm paying $40 for this membership, so aren't I paying like $40 for credit repair? It's like, it's free. However, if you want to look at it like that, that's fine. But then now go out and think to yourself, where would you get credit repair done for you for $40? And if you are going to find that, it's only going to be that service when you're going to be blessed with 17 other services that you have access to. And then one of the other programs that I love to talk about is the reimbursement side of it. So you're getting 50 to 65% reimbursement on mishaps, right? I had a friend of mine yesterday who ran a stoplight, and he got a ticket in the mail, and that ticket was $100. Well, the beautiful part about it is before we came along, he would have had to pay that $100 all full out blown, right? But now, because he's a member of the platform, he's going to receive 65% of that money back. So he's only spending $35 for a $100 ticket. Why? Because having this $40 membership gives him 65% reimbursement when that mishap takes place. So this is what we're bringing in and attaching to Funder One, right? This is what we're bringing in to all of our members, not just in Funder One, but even vice versa, with us being able to offer our program, the home ownership program, to even our members. Why? Because they love having additional benefits added. And now we're able to tell all of our members, think about this. Think about owning your home in 5 years. Yeah. That's the plateau, flat line is over. And everybody that is watching this live and everybody that is watching the replay, I want you to let that sit for a second. You are literally going to be putting yourself in a position to own your home in 5 years. And what does that mean? As we continue to give you guys knowledge and information, we're going to continue to keep giving you access of what you can do after the 5 years to continue to keep bringing wealth into your families. Why? Because we believe in building the dynasty for you. So what we want you guys to do is just to continue to just stay connected. Hold on. Don't listen. This is one of those, this is what I love to say, said, this right here, what we're doing, you guys, this is the new Amazon. This is the new Microsoft. This is the Bitcoin you wish you would have invested in. Now is the time. And if you have not been paying attention to the waves, or this is what I like to call this, and this is just being all transparency, we are now coming to a paradigm shift. We are stepping into a paradigm shift right now, right at the moment. And we all know what happens with paradigm shifts. Once you get to that 2% level, it's a skyrocket. So I'm telling everybody now, and you know, one of the quotes, Matthew, that I love talking about, and it fits so perfectly with what we're doing with this platform. You see, we can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. And that's the key. Yeah. That is the key with what we do. So that's the program, Matthew, and I'm excited to be able to introduce it to our Funder One members, and vice versa, introducing our platform that we put together even to our UDS members. And not just this, we're talking about, I got 11 companies, you guys. So we're talking about employees, we're talking about partnerships, business partners. I mean, you think about it, we're literally we're changing the way real estate is being looked at. We're changing the way investors are looking at investments. Like we're shape-shifting this arena to a place where it now benefits us as the people. That's right. And that's all we ever wanted. We just want to be able to play. We want to be able to get in. I want a little monopoly. Let me get at least a property, right? I maybe not be able to get the board, but let me get a property, right? And that's what we want to be able to do in order for our people. And when I mean our people, I mean all colors of people. In order for our people to be wealthy, we have to give them some kind of access to be wealthy. And I think understanding real estate, understanding crypto, understanding how to save, understanding how to build your credit is literally the foundation of success, not just to be a business owner, but just to be a human being. So I'm excited.
Yeah, Doctor, you mind plug the name of your first business that you're telling us about? So I'll put the information up for the people so they can click on it to understand it. But please let them know the name, please.
Absolutely. So it's Ultimate Discount Services Incorporated. So UDS INC for short. That's the name of the company, Ultimate Discount Services Incorporated. And we have a Funder One UBETS card that we're going to be releasing to you guys, so you guys get the opportunity to see that. Listen, we're just excited. We're just excited to collaborate. This partnership is extremely big. I stand behind how we are changing the industry. I'm one of those people. For everybody who knows who I am and what I do, you guys know I'm a shapeshifter. I go into atmospheres, I go into arenas. I don't play by the rules. When they tell me, hey, you're supposed to wear blue, I will wear red. When you say, hey, you can't do this, I'll do that. Because nobody can tell, only God tells me what I can and can't do. Now, I'm respectful, but at the same time, I am a shapeshifter. I am a shapeshifter. So yeah, the name of the company again, you guys, Ultimate Discount Services Incorporated. So again, I'm just excited about this partnership. This is it. This is the new wave. You either get on board or you get lost.
Well, one thing I usually say is that the ship is already sailing.
That's it.
So they have to run in the waters and try to catch us.
Yeah.
You see. So one thing that for clarity, I just want to clarify that for the members. You did mention that after 5 years, but now remember one thing. Every finance or funding transaction is done at closing. Nothing in the world is paid later. If you go buy a car, for example, before they give you the car, you have to sign the note. If you do not sign the note, they will not give you the keys. If you purchase a house, you have to go to the closing table and you will have to sign the note and you have to sign the security agreement or the deed of trust or the mortgage. If you not sign those instruments, they will not give you the keys, which means right after you sign, it's paid. That's why they give you the keys. You see that?
Yeah.
If you don't sign, you don't pay. The second you sign, you create something for the other party. That's why they give you your keys. You see that? So everything is paid right there on the table. Now, the only thing that we have as Funder One, we have a membership fee that you pay for 5 years. During the 5-year period, you cannot put any lien on this property for the 5-year period. So after the 5 year, you can do anything you want. But during the 5-year period, you cannot put any lien or get any money out of it. That's for security for our investors and for the company. But the second you close escrow right on the table, you own it outright, because that's why the payment, we call it a membership payment. It's not a mortgage payment. You see that? So right after you sign, it's over. But you cannot touch it. You cannot put any lien on it. You can finance it or refinance it for 5 years. But after 5 years, you can burn it, do anything you want to do with it.
Hopefully not burn it, sir. Come on.
Well,
We get your point, though, right? I wanted to thank everybody's time here. Mr. Pitts, it's really a pleasure having you join us as a partner in the company, and we very much look forward to doing a couple more sessions. I mean, we didn't jump into blockchain and all the new things that are happening. I know you're a man that's deeply invested and interested in that, and that's why also you're interested in what we're doing. We'll spend a little bit of time on that next time. And Ed, thank you for your time on always preaching to the people, letting them know about our passion and how our system and our platform works, and giving them a little bit more insider on how we do things. Again, it's all about knowledge. Knowledge is power. People say that, but it's the truth. And the more we come together, we bring more business, smart minds together, the more we can educate people, so you can understand how we can always take advantage on how other people are making money in this world. The 1%, right? It's time for the 99% to take a little bit back, right? We deserve it. We work hard, you know. So, but you know, it starts here. Starts with what we're building here. And again, I wanted to thank you for your time, Mr. Pitts, Mr. Celestin. Thank you for your time as well. And sure. If anybody has any last words, please take the table.
Yeah, the only thing I want to say to everybody last is that success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. That's my last thing I want to say. I'm just excited. You guys stay tuned. Stay woke, most importantly. Do not let this slip you by. This is an opportunity you don't want to pass up. This is not some, you know, fly by night, get rich quick scheme. This is a foundational instrument for you to be able to utilize, not just today, but for a lifetime. Yeah. So again, thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Sid. I appreciate you guys dearly. I'm happy to be a part of the family as a partner, and let's take this thing to the next level.
For sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody, for following us, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good day.
Good night.